BagFuel, baby.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah.
I'm just not a real applause, but you know, we just clapping it up, BagFuel. That's so.
Yo, what's good? We back in Jersey, man. We've been showing a lot of Jersey love lately, man. 8 Ball Clips Jersey. Now we got my man on camera. We got K-Mack with us today.
What up, what up, what up, what up? That's so, my man Hynaken.
What's
good, man?
People gonna be like, who the F is K-Mack?
Who the F is K-Mack? Yeah.
And now we get to introduce a person that's making moves, artists who, you know, have uncertainty on how to matter in this music industry, how to get to these record labels, how to make a hit record. You and Esso have done records together.
That's my Cody, yo.
You know what I'm saying? What's the process for K-Mack to discover artists, to be an artist, and because you've done it all?
Yeah.
Where would you like to start for people that are unaware or confused about this business?
Patience. You know, everybody wanted to be microwavable, so it could just be instant, simultaneously just hit right away. But developing artists takes a lot of patience, and then you can't look for the quick fix. You know, you gotta look for that one star quality in the artist that you gotta learn how to pull out. You know what I'm saying? As I've done plenty of times, Esso's done plenty of times and stuff. And have a little bit, again, I'm gonna keep saying, have a little bit of patience in terms of like, you know, understanding your artist, and don't try to, you know, change your artist to who you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? You have to enhance who that person is and just help them bring it out. You know?
Well, I like to talk about business shit. Tell me, like, people don't know what it takes to put deals together. Everybody knows that you have a piece of the company that signed Coi Leray.
Yeah.
I believe it's you, Daniel Glogower, and it's Billy J too, right?
Yeah. We formed a company called 1801.
All right. So I'm sorry. So I just want to know how you form companies. How do people come together? Because people seem to think it's only one figurehead.
Yeah.
And you have to stick there. You can do other deals as well.
Yeah, you could do other deals as well. Like, we formed a company called 1801. It was me, Dan, and Billy and everything. I was more on the production and artist development side, and Billy and Dan was more on the marketing side, you know what I'm saying, creative and doing like brand deals and all that stuff. We came together and, you know, we got Coi, you know what I'm saying, developed it along with D'Anthony, which is her manager now.
Okay.
Which is brought it to me, you know what I'm saying? We put some moves together, and then we had a situation over at Sony Orchard, 1801, you know what I'm saying? It was a situation where we could develop artists, put some money behind it, and you know, try to expand it. So what we did was we took our money that we had over there at Sony Orchard, we dumped it into Coi, shot a few videos, and you know, just start spreading the narrative. We shot a video called Huddy, and it started doing well. You know what I'm saying? I got attracted to labels and everything, and then next thing you know, we landed on Republic.
Okay.
But you know, but in the midst of that, it's a lot of like, it's a hit and miss business. So it ain't a thing where it's like, it's no one blueprint to this. You know what I'm saying? Because in the music business, as you know, the blueprint changes every week. You know, it's no...
Or person to person.
For person to person, exactly. It changes all the time, you know what I'm saying? One week it's this way, one week it's that way. So it's all hard work and dedication, as Floyd Mayweather would say on everything. But yeah, man, you know, Coi's doing well right now. You know, D'Anthony's, you know, they doing their thing. You know, we're not every day to day with her, but we're still in business.
They're still involved. You're still getting some money. I mean, because she's signed to y'all.
Of course.
You know, everything doesn't work out. People always seem to think that when you're with a record label, everything got to stay the same way, or if you're with a production company. Sometimes the rap or singer grows.
Yeah. What happens is, you know, you grow apart, you have differences or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm still shaking and moving out here. She's still shaking and moving. D'Anthony and all of them, they still shaking and moving, but you know, we are still in business together, and you know, it is what it is.
And yeah, and it puts you in a great position. This is what people don't know. When you have a hit act, it puts you in great position to bring on other acts and do other business, producers, other acts, songwriters, publishing deals, etc.
Yeah, I mean, it landed me, well, just not that in general, but just me, just knowing the business, you know what I'm saying? I have a great partnership over at United Masters with with Byron. You know what I'm saying? We signed 3 acts over there. I have another great partnership over at Atlantic Records. You know, just spreading around. I don't have to stay on and stick to one label. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I choose to diversify my company and, you know, artists over here, artists over here, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never want to be locked into like one thing. You know what I mean?
When you said patience, what patience? What was the most patience you needed with Koi? Whether it's just financing, creativity, you know.
I mean, just to understand her as an artist, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like, we didn't grow up together or no stuff like that. I mean, like I told you before, D'Anthony brought her to me, so I had to understand her whole mentality on what she wanted to do and who she wanted to become as an artist. And, you know, at the beginning, you don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? You ask your questions like, why is this or why she's doing it? But you have to just have patience and take your time to understand and know who a person really is. You know what I'm saying?
How long do you keep having the patience? Because sometimes things don't work out. When do you jump out, or when do you keep it going? That's really the struggle.
Because she's a success. So when do you? Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if she's not a success, when do you let him go?
But sometimes, do you pull the parachute too early or too late?
It all depends on how much you believe in the artist and how much you believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Some people pull the parachute too early and they die. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
So, you know what I'm saying? I don't pull the parachute too early. You know what I'm saying? I take my time. You know what I'm saying? Again, I understand who the person are. You know, and then, you know, I've been in this game long enough to know the signs when it's time to leave and when it's time to stay. You know, I'm not going, you know, when I know it's time to leave, it's time to leave. You know what I'm saying? I had artists sign before when I knew it's time to leave and I let it go. And then they didn't go anywhere anyway, and I knew my decision was the right decision.
Did you ever leave and that an artist made it happen?
No.
At
all. Talk to me about Missy.
Not.
About Missy finding y'all and signing you to as the Soul Digger when you was young. Talk to me about that structure of that deal and why you did that.
Well, at the time, it was the best deal for me. You know what I'm saying? I was new to the game. Me and my brother Bless and Corte. Well, actually, Corte brought Missy to us because that's his cousin.
Oh, okay. I never knew that Corte. I didn't know that was cousin.
That's his blood cousin.
I didn't know that. Okay.
And listen, Missy was hot as fish grease, man. Like, and I had a toss-up between Missy and Puff at the time. Puff wanted to do the deal and sign us. But I chose to sign with Missy because she was a songwriter. I'm like, well, she's gonna write to all my beats. You know
so you thought?
Yeah, she wrote to all of them, but that don't mean it didn't come out though.
Okay, I got you.
Missy would have a track, she would write to some shit, and that shit won't come out to 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? So
she probably got shit in her vault still that y'all did.
She have shit in her vault, bro. Missy hit me a while, I don't want to say about a year ago, asked me for a record. I'm like, Missy, I don't even know if we even have the files for that record. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even remember this record, to be honest with you, yo. She's like, can you find it and send it to me? All right.
Like, you found it?
No, he ain't find it, but he can't tell Missy on the phone. He got to attempt to look for it, although he knows I'm not going to find it.
Gonna find that
he's going to make calls. Yo, do you know where so-and-so wants to make the calls? Then you fade the black. I don't got it.
I don't have it, man.
I don't got it.
But she was a beast, man. She taught me how to work hard, man, because she just was a artist that worked around the clock nonstop. And you know, she didn't try to fit in. You know what I'm saying? She taught us not to fit in. She taught us how to produce. You know, you don't want to create and throw a gang of sounds all in your records. You know what I'm saying? You got to let the writer get a chance to write to half of a track, and then you add on after the song. You know what I'm saying?
Around it. That's called building around it.
Yeah, you build around it because producers like to put 1,000 sounds in their track, and it leaves the writer like, damn, they don't even know what melody to catch. It's too many sounds in their track. So she'd be like, yo, boy, just give me a kick, a snare, and a hi-hat, and one sound, and I bring the record, and then you just build around it after that, yo. And you notice a lot of Missy tracks is like, don't have too much music in them. You know what I'm saying? It's like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Because her voice and her vocals is the instrument as well, too. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a great process, man. We learned a lot from her, man, and it was a deal that probably to this day I look back like, oh, I would have never did that deal. But guess what? That was the best thing for me at that time.
Did it teach you business? Because your business is up in this business. When I think about you, I think about you as a businessman and then a producer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and I always did.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like when you was younger, I looked at Bless as Bless is gonna be in the studio. That's what Bless gonna be at, right? I felt like K-Mack was more of the Pharrell for them, saying, I'm gonna be in the studio too, but there's other things that we can do as well. I don't wanna be pigeonholed to be a beat maker.
Nah, because I know somebody got to be outside. You know, somebody got to be outside taking care of the business. You know, I'm a hustler first. You know what I'm saying? I come from outside. So I know to get in the studio, do what I got to do, but I have to be outside meeting the SOs and the Hynekens and running around rubbing elbows, trying to figure out like how to bring the business back to my business. You know what I'm saying? So both of us couldn't be geeks in the studio and sit there and do beats all day. So I was kind of like, let me go learn the business and let me go rub some elbows with some other hustlers and some other niggas that's outside that I could learn from, such as yourself, and in the studio with you, with Rockwaller, just trying to soak up all the energy and knowledge that I can. So that's kind of like, after a while, you know, even with this game, it's like, I'm not gonna be sitting there doing 8-9 beats a day. You know what I'm saying? Now today's days,
Makes
like
no sense.
I grab some little young producers and show them how to make records and show them how to be a producer instead of just a beat maker while I'm out, you know, trying to bring the work back home.
I was in the studio with a producer, older kid, but he's still young, and he showed me how they make beats now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He just went through a bunch of sound banks, put them all on the timeline, just mixed them, and then let the computer put everything else together.
I mean, that's just what it is.
It took like 3 minutes for him. Yo, he got beats for us. They're all good. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like, for me, you know, it takes the creativity, and just like, for me, I'm used to just sitting there making sounds, chopping samples, and spending a week just making sounds, chopping samples, and putting ideas together.
That's how niggas do. I'm just saying, like, I just was way different.
Yeah.
K K still called me like nobody could do deals like you.
Yeah.
Like I just would get niggas in the middle of the room. Word to my mother, Ghost, turn that shit on and get on top of the table and start rocking on top of the table, smoking my weed and be like, yo, this is the best shit out, niggas.
I know.
And then niggas would turn around and be like, yo, I'm gonna call you tomorrow.
Yep.
And then people would call you for your shit, because why? I felt the shit I was fucking with.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me that the shit that I had wasn't the fire shit. My fire shit didn't make it, not because it wasn't the fire shit. It was other things involved.
Yeah.
Money spent the wrong way. We weren't mature enough to even understand the power that we had. Like, I didn't even know the power
them niggas
that I
had
had.
deals dumb early, yo. Like, Sylvia and them gave them niggas deals early.
I was doing
Yo,
at
I
a
was
young
like, yo,
age, nigga.
What the fuck, yo? This nigga be calling me a Sony, yo, we're Sony, food budget.
Food budget come through.
I'm like, yo, I'm getting that jerk chicken all over. Like, what the fuck?
Yo.
So you like, he's eating chows, you eating jerk chicken.
Yo, jerk
it was a party with the kid.
Yo.
He know the kid.
I'm like,
nigga. Niggas were, and if I had projects, I'm calling you, nigga.
Let me show you what you just did, right? He and I go back and forth. He always be like, everybody can do what I do. I said, no, SO. Niggas can't close multi-million-dollar deals and figure out. And K-Mack, whose business is up, is saying right there in your face, how was he doing that?
Listen, I ain't going front. This motherfucker was closing deals, and I was just like, yo.
In his mind, he think everybody could read a book and do what he do.
He had the confidence. I ain't going front. You know what I'm saying? I was building the confidence. He had the confidence already. I was building the confidence, and, you know, just looking at him, and I was like, yo, this nigga is dumb loud, man. You know what I'm saying? Still. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand why. You know what I'm saying?
It works.
So
and we here today, all three of us.
All four of us. It definitely works, man.
It's a certain command when you coming in this business that you gotta have. And then I always say this. I said people made me feel bad about my aggressive nature.
Yeah.
Right? So they made me feel so bad about it that I was like, yo, maybe I need to chill on it. And I said this on camera before. As soon as I started chilling, my money changed. It changed totally different. So it was like, either you want to be friends with these jokers
and be broke,
or you want to get money.
No.
So it took me time after a while to understand that, because it didn't kick in right away.
Yeah.
It kicked in after I'm being Mr. Nice Guy 5 years from now. I'm like, yo, like, I'm used to making $300,000. Yo, I swear, no bullshit. I was getting shit rocked off and done, and I was just sharing it like K. I'm like, yo, what are you doing today, K?
Word.
Nothing. Even if he ain't have a beat, come to the studio. So and so gonna be here today.
Yo,
I got the
joints,
liquor. I got the weed. Niggas is coming through. Mario Wine is coming through.
And then,
Nelly's coming through. Hitmaker's coming through. Everybody, Buster's coming in my door. Redman, everybody coming in.
Because you just never know, you know what I'm saying? In this game, people always think, like I said, it's like shit happens, you just don't know. You just gotta show the fuck up. Even these producers like, yo, what time should I come to the studio? Or what days you gonna be there? Or they basically trying to say, when will the checks be there? Or when, nigga, I don't know, nigga. Come to the studio, bro. I don't know. Just ask me when the checks gonna be there. I don't know when the checks be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, just come to the studio. It might not be here this day. It might be there the next day.
But remember what you said to start off this sit down with us. People be wanting that instant gratification.
They want that instant gratification. And then I have producers and stuff. That's why I stopped fucking with a lot of producers. They come here, nigga, I put a dime, I put over a dub in this game, you know what I'm saying? So they look at my accolades and what I get for a track or whatever the case may be, and they be wanting, they want my shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I could share, you know what I'm saying, with you, but but you got this, or you did this, you did that. Yeah, but dog, nigga, I've been doing this for a minute, you know what I'm saying? You 2-3 years in, and you want my status and want,
because they don't understand that. Go ahead, I'm gonna say why they don't understand after he's done.
What's 100% of zero?
Yeah, but they don't.
There you go.
Nah. This is the dirty ninja mentality.
Yeah.
Right? I'm doing the beat. I already know. We just say out loud. He don't gotta do beats no more. He can Quincy Jones it. He can Quincy Jones it. I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. I'm gonna bring y'all the projects. I'm gonna hear your shit. If it's not right, I'm gonna tell you what to do, or I'm gonna fix it myself. That's where he's at with it. So because they feel like that they going in and they sleeping in the studio, they not doing nothing but beats. So that beat gets sold for 30,000. They like, K, I should get 20,000 of that. No. Or maybe even 10,000 of that. And K's looking at him like, bro, you know what your rate is? Your rate is 5,000 to 7,500 if best. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you 10,000. Exactly. So you can't say nothing to me.
Exactly.
All right? So they get to 10,000 and they like, oh, I'm getting 10,000. He's a real nigga. Somehow when the paperwork comes down, their lawyer, their manager says, well, you know, K got 20,000 for the same beat you got $10,000 for. Now K gotta talk to him and say, yo, bro, I get 30,000 because I have relationships. Relationships meaning that I've done this for 20 years and I've sold beats.
And we only got 30 because of me.
Yeah, you would have got 5,000 to 7,500, but you got 10.
No, you wouldn't.
And probably not.
No, you know why? Because he's only in that room because of K.
Yeah,
that's what's 100% of zero.
Okay, but we're saying people sell beats without coming through somebody, right? You get lucky, all right? So if you sell a beat, I don't give a fuck how good the beat is. The beat could go to fucking Drizzy. They're trying to give you $5,000.
They trying to give you $5,000.
You know why? Because you're not proven. They can't go to nothing and say, he sold on this record, this is why he should get this rate. You don't have nothing, right? But the rapper says, it's for Drizzy. I know Drizzy's budget is big. No, Drizzy's taking your track because his budget is big and your price is small, bro. So we're not gonna twist this around and act like you would have gotten more in any status or stage of this agreement. But they're gonna have a problem with you about that because they're looking at dollar signs. We just talked about that coming about people who, they gauge who has money by dollar signs. Somebody can come to you and say, yo, I got $73,000 saved, right? You got $40,000 saved. They think they got more money than you, but they got no credit. Right? So this nigga also got the $40,000 and he got a $50,000 credit line. I beat you already. Okay, boom.
Away.
Everything that you own is in my name. How you got more than me?
You don't.
You don't have more than me.
You know what
but you think you do.
You're a drug dealer.
You're a drug dealer.
Yeah,
the only, I said this in the car. The only people that cash matters to are drug dealers.
Criminals.
That's the only thing that cash matters to. Everybody else pulls out credit cards, have credit. We go places where they say, I don't even want your cash.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
Yo,
so
and nowadays,
they look at you weird.
And nowadays, you could go somewhere and you pull out some cash. They be like, "Oh, you got cash?"
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing?
What you got cash for?
Yeah,
like,
where'd you get that from?
Because they don't want to touch your dirty money. They don't want no exchange of anything.
Yeah.
Tap your card on that motherfucker.
And they want to make sure, they
and pay.
But you know what's the beauty of it? If something happens, that money fall out your pocket.
Yeah.
You ain't getting it back.
Nah.
Yeah. That credit card fall out your pocket, you get that back.
You get it.
If it falls out the right way, you getting it back twice.
Nigga, I know niggas that used to. Nigga,
They didn't catch that.
I know.
I know
That's
niggas used to
language.
be in the clubs and shit. Niggas would be in the clubs back in the day. You probably know a couple of niggas too. Niggas would go there and get a section and buy bottles and run the card up to about 10,000. And they'll call the next day like, "Hey, I lost my car. That shit wasn't me, yo."
I lost my car. Yo,
I don't know who the fuck
you be
my
like,
car,
I
man.
was with you last. Yo, bro,
Nigga,
I was drunk. I don't know who took my car and bought them
I
bottles.
don't even know, nigga. American Express, like, yo, nigga.
On your weekend. Crazy. Going. I'm in New York. I was not in Miami.
Yo, like, nigga, I don't know who spent that shit. American Express, like, all right, nigga.
All right, man. We'll let you get this one.
let
You
you
ain't
get
do this
this
for
one.
4 years.
Nigga.
What's a crazy place or a scenario or a situation where you saw a card going crazy? I remember one of the experiences Esso and I had was at the Deontay Wilder party. And I just remember the food, they wouldn't even let the plate get empty. It'd be half empty, and they would refill it, nonstop bottles. And I looked at, and Esso's like, you know this bill is at least 70,000. Right. He's like, oh, that's nothing.
I mean, when you with Deontay Wilder, when you with world-class boxers, they're not even spending their money. They're getting funding. They're getting sponsorship.
Yeah.
They got money that they have to spend.
Yeah.
Of course.
Or else they're not gonna get it again. You know what I'm
Sometimes
saying?
you go to these places, they be like, here's your max is, this is your max. You spend that. And it looks good for them. Half of them niggas don't be spending their money, yo.
You ever got a chance to spin back with Puff?
Spin back, what you mean, get back with him?
Because you said you went with Missy instead of Puff. Did you ever?
Oh, yeah, I came back and worked with him with the whole Danny Kane and and
I got a Danny Kane check too. I remember y'all.
Danny Kane. What was the boy group? Day 26.
Okay.
All of that. Puff on.
I mean, people say a lot of stuff about Puff. I don't got nothing bad to say about Puff Daddy.
Nothing at all, man.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, he don't got it. If you got a product and he want it, he's gonna pay you for it. If you're dumb enough to have a whack lawyer, his beast of a lawyer is gonna take advantage of business.
He do what he gotta do.
Get yourself a good fucking lawyer and he's gonna treat you right. You don't have to sign the paperwork.
I never had a situation with him at all. It was all love. But he's listen.
Say it.
Take your time.
Listen, Missy, you're my sister. But Puff was more fun.
Puff is the best.
And Missy's my sister, and I learned everything from her. I had an amazing time with her because when she took me on tour and everything. But Puff was funny.
I think I treated my sessions and my way of doing business because of Puffy.
Yeah.
Because of the Puffy effect of seeing that you can really be around and have wild women around and have euphoria going on, people drinking. Euphoria was going on. He's walking euphoria.
He is euphoria, yo.
If he's in a good mood.
Yeah.
If he's in a bad mood, then everything's off. If he's in a good mood, he's walking euphoria.
100%.
Everybody's good. Everything's a go. What are you talking about? Everything. So when people say all these bad things, it's like, I feel like y'all are on a totally different level from me.
Yeah.
I don't have the money to compete with Puff Daddy or even to be on his head. I'm cool enough to just be like, I'm in the know so much, I can be there and enjoy this shit, nigga. And 100%. I can bring people.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I can bring niggas with me.
Esso told me, he's like, yo, you not bringing anybody with you? He's like, no. Like, you could bring like 7 girls with you. And you know in the industry...
You can't bring 7 niggas, though.
You can't bring 7 niggas.
Of course. But you know in the industry, it always says, just bring 1 extra person with you. Don't bring 2.
That's if it's not a girl. If it's not a good looking, if you have good looking women, the guest list is unlimited for them. The guest list is unlimited for them. When I said +1 for S, that was Hynaken. The other 9 girls have nothing to do with the +1. They're in already. They look good.
Yeah. They in already.
We need dots for the party.
They just wanted to look sexy and look good. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be, when niggas come in, they be like, yo, there's a lot of things.
The value of having excessive thoughts at a party is so underrated.
Yes.
So underrated.
You don't have to have excessive. Excessive is bomb. Let's not get twisted.
Yeah.
You just have to have some in there.
The right one.
What's a good amount, depending on scale?
It depends on the scale.
Yeah,
If it's a small industry private party, like the shit that we go to, if you have 10 or 12 banging thoughts in there, you good. Because it's other good-looking women floating around, it's other professionals.
And then the thoughts is really 3 in 1 because they're going to encourage 2 other girls to liven up.
Yeah, they are. They are, because they're going to be free and they're going to be wilding, and other girls going to be like, yo, they're having fun. The guys are like them. Exactly. You need the thoughts in there. They make it exciting. That's the thing that you learn in this business. If you want to excel in the entertainment business, be a good time. Niggas is not passing up a good time. So when you inviting niggas to the studio, when I was DJing, I'm inviting niggas. Am I lying?
Oh, yeah.
Am I giving them niggas drinks?
Oh, yeah.
I'm buying niggas food. Yo, the food budget's on me, nigga.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody eat, everybody drink, come in and turn up.
That nigga called me, yo, come DJ with me and shit, yo. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I used to DJ, that's how I started being a producer, but I stopped for many years. And then I was like, damn, this nigga DJ. I was like, yo, what you doing? Like, nigga, I'm DJing. I was like, yo, I want to learn that shit again. That nigga told me the whole shit all over again.
I said, come where I'm spinning that. And I put him on the turntables.
Like, that nigga was walking around the room, giving niggas drinks. I'm on the turntables and shit, yo.
Okay, what does it take to make a hit record? From creativity, also, mixing and mastering, and then even the rollout of making that record be successful. Because sometimes people just, like Essel would say, they just think, oh, I got a hit record, that's more than enough. And you're like, that's just the beginning of the battle.
Yeah, I mean, the energy gotta be correct. And hit records come come from.
What's a hit record? It's all relative. Tell me what, because what he's considering a hit record, you might not consider a hit record, because a lot of records be regional. And I've been trying to explain to people, a regional record could feel like a hit for you here.
But nobody heard it in Florida. Nobody heard it over here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's all relative, like peak and chart. I mean, I want you to get to it, but what would you consider like a fucking number one, or a record that's just charting well? What's a hit record?
The Weeknd.
Got you.
Okay.
Them are hits.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Drake make hits, but he also, well, no, his shit goes all the way. But The Weeknd, the Drake, and then you got your regional records that kill in the tri-state, but it kind of like die off. You know what I'm saying? But that could be the label stop spending money on radio.
Yeah.
Because as you know, you got to drop a bag at radio.
You got to creatively drop it, meaning that you can't just pay DJs, because when we say radio, people always get it twisted for some reason.
Yeah.
It's other things around radio. It's travel.
Exactly.
It's buying people meals at the radio stations because you want to come have meetings with them.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for cars. You gotta put on your own events, your own fucking promo tours. Yeah. And when you do the promo tours, what you need a DJ. So now you gotta pay the DJ to be in your party, to spin your record. That's how you get familiar with him, to then take it to the radio station. It's a process.
People don't even know about the DJ meetings where they have all the radio.
Mixmaster meetings. You got to go to mix show weekends. Yeah. All those type of things is you're paying registration fees. The registration fees go to the mix show DJs, and now you get to submit your record, and they get to see who this person is.
100%.
Now you get a chance to impress them. Then you get a chance to impress them. Then they say, what are you doing from here? Let's do a mixed show meeting. Come up here, buy us dinner, etc.
The one thing I've seen you and Sirius Mills XM say, and y'all the only 2 guys to say this, you need a radio guy.
Yeah.
Radio guy.
People don't be understanding that, a radio guy that's going to help walk that record in.
Yeah. You know why? They don't want to pay nobody. See, they would feel better if the radio guy said, take this money and pay this DJ.
Yeah.
That's what they'll feel better about. Oh, I'm paying somebody. No, you don't got to pay the DJ. You pay the radio guy.
Yeah, he'll take it.
He got the relationships.
He got the relationships because they don't even care about your relationship.
You can't get every DJ.
Yeah, they don't care about your relationship because he's going to keep bringing the check back. You was like, okay, one and done.
He does marketing and promo. Do y'all know what that means? He knows how to do things with them. He promotes parties with them. He travels with them. He goes to see them personally. Yeah. He brings them meals on a regular basis. He's on the phone with them, talking to them.
How about this then? Can you have a hit record? Or what's the percentages of having a hit record without a radio guy?
Zero.
Radio makes it a hit record.
Once you record bubble, you know what they say? Like they say, they be like, you better go get your radio guy.
Go get your radio girl. Yeah.
That's what Young and May did when her shit started bubbling. Once her shit started bubbling, Young and May and Sav at the time, they went and got a radio guy. The radio guy, next thing you know, I think, don't quote me, I think it was Malcolm Miles at the time. I think it was. Don't quote me on that. They got a radio guy. Next thing you know, he has the relationships with all the DJs. He's been with these DJs for 20 years.
Yeah.
He can call a DJ like, I got relationships with niggas. Y'all can pay me. The DJ not getting the money. Because I'm calling them being like, yo, do me a favor.
Yeah, 100%.
That's legal. What are you talking about? Do me a favor, bro.
I need
this Herb got a bag for me, and he wants you to fucking do this. Can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? And once he says, I'll do it for you, and the money's mine, there is no nothing. You did a favor for me. Now, it's up to me to make K-Mack feel good, because he did a favor for me. You know what I'm going to do for K-Mack? I got dinner for you, nigga. You going to come here, I'm going to get him drunk, and I'm going to spend $1,000 on him.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, yo, I'm like, bring whoever you wanna bring. Bring your wife, bring your dogs, bring the kids, everything. I'm taking you to Mr. Childs, nigga. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take him right to Childs, and K's gonna be like, yo, man, this is why I spin this nigga records. Yeah. He knows how to treat me. Yeah. He knows how to make me look good in front of my wife.
You gotta make her feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's all about the comfortability.
Because, you know, people have this game so subjectively thought out in their mind. They think, oh, I'm in the studio with K-Mack. I hear this beat. This is the one. And, you know, I know you and Esso have been part of hit records together and separately. So I just like to ask the intimate questions, not for my sake, but for the people that don't know what it takes to hear something. Y'all could hear something and be like, yeah, this is right at this point, but it ain't going any farther than that. So, you know, that's the intrigue of why I ask these angles. Like, have you ever been in the studio? You like, oh, this the one right here.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit.
Which records was that?
I've been in the studio saying, I mean, when we did Keisha Cole, Let It Go with Missy, I was like, yo, this shit gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I just felt it. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the ones. I was like, yo, this is gonna go. And there was a Grammy-nominated joint. You know what I'm saying, that we did, so.
I heard the drum pattern to independent women.
Yeah, you know.
That Corey Rooney did before he gave it to Track Masters, because he just did a shell of the beat.
Yeah.
Then Track Masters, Tone and Poke, shout out to Tone and Poke, they would make shit come alive. See, people don't even understand the assembly line that used to go on. Like, how's your record not gonna be dope? You're giving it, Corey Rooney is starting it.
Yeah.
Legend. He's giving it to the Track Masters.
Legend.
Right there, the beat is done. The record is for Destiny's Child. Forget about it. Write whatever the fuck you want to write. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be lit. Corey's on it. Trackmaster's on it. Corey was the fucking vice president of Sony. They signed to Sony. The soundtrack is on Sony.
Yeah. It gotta go.
It gotta go.
Yeah, you ever had a record you ain't think was going to do and it surprised you?
Let me see.
Like, damn, this shit did this? We be having interviews. We're like,
well, I'll tell you what.
All right.
I got a story. So we was putting together Drewski's album. It was Drewski's album. So we did a record with we did a record with Pop Smoke and Lil TJ. Called Mary Jane, right? And so we was gonna put the record out or whatever, but Pop Smoke passed away and everything. So we kind of like scaled back on everything. But for some reason, the vocals got out of our hard drive and got into somebody else's hard drive or whatever. They wound up using the vocals on Woo.
I knew he was gonna say that.
And we was like, it was crazy because it was like kind of like a little small shell of the idea that we had that we was using for TJ and the vocals. So that's why we wound up getting like co-production on it. But the fucking Woo went retarded, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, what?
But it wound up being a great thing. But you know, when I first heard it, I was kind of like, damn, I like my record better that we did with TJ and Pop Smoke.
But the Woo popped off.
But the Woo went retarded. You know?
So that was definitely one that you wasn't thinking.
You ever thought about releasing that now that some time has passed?
Yeah, I be trying to like, for me, man, I don't try to like when people pass away,
he ain't no rock the boat
I ain't
ass
trying
nigga.
to like go in there like, I got songs with P&B Rock that's unreleased. I got pictures and videos with P&B Rock, but he passed away. I wasn't my man and all the pictures and stuff that I got with him and records I could have been blasting out. I ain't do none of that shit, yo. Just like little rest in peace, but niggas be trying to eat off of niggas like, let me put these P&B Rock records out. Let me put these pictures and videos out.
I don't even post pictures of niggas that's dead that I have pictures with them.
I don't even
do how people be posting with rest in peace. I don't even do, I be like, I don't want that type of, I don't care.
I'm not with that. I'm not with all that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even come to
respect him and his family. You know what I'm saying? When he was living, I wasn't posting all that and doing all that. When he died, trying to get props and make niggas was calling me. I'm like, what you want me to do with these records? No, I'm not leaking. Yo, you got the vocals? Like, you really?
So they was really.
They was trying to get remixes. They was trying to do this. They was
It's
trying
when
to do
niggas
that.
is thirsty. People want their name. They want clout. Like that's the thing. That's the main thing. That when we started rocking, I told them like, yo, and it's a big deal to me. I'd be like, I would never be a clickbait nigga.
Nah.
I said I came from the other side. I was with the dudes that didn't want to be interviewed.
Yeah.
I understand. I just spoke to Inspector Deck the other day. Deck's supposed to be on the show. We've been just trying to get it right, get it done, and we haven't been able to get it done.
Yeah.
So I just said out of nowhere, and I don't even know Deck like that. Deck started following me. I started following him. I've been rocking with the Wu. I didn't think he even knew who I was. You know what I'm saying? I hit him on text message and said, Deck, you know what? I don't want to get on your nerves about being on my show, bro. If you don't want to be on the show, I understand. I'm not going to feel no type of way. I said, Clue's been my best friend. He don't do this.
Yeah.
Rock Wilder didn't do this. Busta Rhymes ain't jumping around and sit and talk to somebody camera like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to do it, I get it.
Respect.
Because I don't want it to be about that. Like when people come and sit down with us, I feel like people be on some like, I'm cool with talking to y'all.
Yeah, our shit is genuine, you know what I'm saying? It's like I tell people all the time, like, if niggas don't want me, I'm not gonna just, me and this nigga fuck with each other, so it's like, I wanna do this shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Course.
I wanna do it. This is my guy, you know what I'm saying? And I fuck with Hynaken, I fuck with the show. Like, I seen this nigga you don't know who this nigga gonna be one, you know what I'm saying? This nigga be producer one day, DJ next day, sports announcer the next day. He just
Afro, baldy, braids, Caesar.
Diddy.
He's the only other Queens dude other than 50 Cent. I seen him go through 4 different hairstyles in one
This
year.
nigga is just like one day, I had him one day like, yo, keep your shit out like that. That shit look fly. Next morning, shit's got braids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Be like, yo, what happened? You know, okay, I wasn't.
Yeah. I'm just moody like that with it. Like what the music business has given me is the ability to be myself at all times.
100%.
Yeah. And as I've gotten older, I realize people in their workplace don't get to be themselves. They can't wear the hair that they want. They can't talk. They can't talk loud. I'm loud as a motherfucker. I would have never survived in an office.
Nah.
Ever, unless it's a music business office.
Yes.
When
like,
there's music on and we yelling down the hallway.
If it was like back in the day, Loud, Def Jam, back then when that shit was like the block.
That was my shit.
Valley Street days and all of that.
Only other job I could have seen him rocked off in is probably a telemarketer.
Never.
Loud, yo.
No.
This is so I'm here to convince you to go to Disney World. Why should I do that? I'm jumping on your table right now. Open your door.
But as much as I performed and did my deals, this is gonna sound weird. I'm not good at one-on-one convincing. I don't have game. I don't have game to convince somebody to do something. When I stood on them tables, I didn't do that to get the deal done.
Yeah.
I was doing that because that was me.
Yeah.
So when Sylvia Rome come in there and the music is loud and this nigga standing on top of the table smoking weed, rocking, going crazy because of the music, she's like, what the fuck is this? Randy.
That's what she, Randy. That's what she used to say.
Randy.
You know?
What is this, Randy? Yeah. And I would be like, yo, this is that shit right here.
But you know what it is? Normally people in this industry can do the hard things easy and the easy things hard.
Yeah.
You just said you can't do one-on-one, but most people can only do one-on-one. They can't convince a mass group of people to maneuver. It's only a small, minute amount of people that can do that. How many people can really create great music that can shift cultural across many continents? Y'all both did that.
Yeah, hey, listen.
How many?
I didn't do it. I was there when they was doing it. What are you talking about? I didn't make nothing.
What's the difference between like pop doing business for like a pop artist?
Oh, I
So
can tell you that, but go ahead.
Yeah.
I
So
can tell you that, but you can go first.
Let me say that question. What's the difference between pop and hip hop doing those records? What's the business like? And that's what talk.
Even studio. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
everything's different. Go ahead, Kay.
The business aspect, hip hop, you get your check in 30 days. Pop, you get your check in 5 days.
No, you might get it the same day.
Or the same.
You might get it the same day. When you go and pop, when they want to do the deal, you know what they tell you? This is real shit. The lawyer's right back there.
Yeah.
Yo, sit here. We're gonna get food.
We're gonna
the
get
only
food.
time I got treated pop was Yummy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Me and Yummy had differences, but the Youngster had me. I was that's the age when he met. I was a pop nigga. Cause although she was singing and we was hood, we had a pop budget. We had Sylvia Rome, so everything the red carpet was going down.
The urban shit, everything is like scrutinized, and everybody's just like it's like trying to watch that. Don't eat that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. The pop buddy's like, just make a hit record.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yo, if you run out of the $1 million, yo, we're gonna reforecast you.
Reforecast the budget.
And we're gonna.
What's reforecast? I like this terminology.
Reforecast. When you reforecast is when your budget is over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? It's done. And then they think that you still got potential.
And they go
so
back
they go
in.
back in and they go reforecast and say, well, this is the next monies that we need to complete this project. So they reforecast and say, okay, well, we spent $1 million on Katy Perry. Can we get around that? Nah, yo, reforecast her for another $1 million.
Yeah.
When a black artist gets reforecasted, it's for $500,000, $100,000.
Yeah.
$100,000 if you're dope.
If you dope.
Because
$100,000 if you're dope.
If you're dope, because if they're reforecasting you, you never came out yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Fab, I don't know if Fab was ever reforecasted, but Fab was signed for a minute at first. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got to take time to get the record. Singles are not putting you in the black. You have to drop an album.
To put you in the black.
Until you drop an album, if you need more money, you're getting reforecasted.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is. It's not personal to who you are. It's the stage of where you're at, and they still trying to get you to the finish line.
Gotcha.
They're saying, we don't know why Fab didn't jump off with the first single. But now that Clue got this record, this fucking Superwoman, we're gonna put another bag behind that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna reforecast Fab, and we're gonna make him a star. And then you got a star 20 years later from reforecasting.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But pop budgets, you don't have to do that. Everything's a go. And, I mean, yo, bro, everything's a go. There's no limit to travel. There's no limit to food. There's no limit to your marketing and promo thing. There's no limit to your production money. You can just go. It's up to you if you don't make it. It's how pop record, how they act like pop records.
They spend money. They got open checkbooks. They spend the money. You know what I'm saying? They spend it on radio. They spend it on marketing. They just spend money. You know what I'm saying?
I can see the smiles on both y'all faces of the memories I had.
Yes.
Because those are the checks. J-Lo, thank you, J-Lo. I got a monster.
There was some
thank
big
you,
ones.
Destiny's Child.
Destiny Child.
I
Beyonce.
got a monster. Genuine. I caught a monster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that these people were doing 4 or 5 million US.
Yeah.
Not worldwide US. So when you get to the worldwide numbers, you're talking about 10, 15,000. They hid J-Lo money from us for mad long.
Yeah.
They told us that Genuine wasn't even recouped, and I got a call from Tennessee from a friend of mine who used to work in the New York office and said, Randy, don't let him lie to you. I'm looking at him. He's recouped.
Yeah.
And I had to call the label and be like, I know you're fucking lying to me. And they owed us like $160,000. They cut us a $90,000 check. Do you want to fight us on the 90? Nah, let me get
Let me get that.
Nah.
Let me get that.
You got me for 60, but
Like,
thank
nah.
God I got my 90.
But how much you been owed to a label, or that a label owed you that you knew?
Shit, you just don't know sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever find out like, damn, y'all owe me like how Essel said they owed him 160?
Not really. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty much.
That means he called all his checks.
I was pretty much on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Essel wanted, but there's probably a couple that's probably still slipped through the cracks.
He wouldn't know. He's not supposed to. Just what you're asking him questions that he would never know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
No, because
An insider had to call me. He could look at his paperwork and it could say it's in the red, it's in the red, it's in the red. He's not gonna know. But if somebody calls him and says, "Yo, K,
This is XYZ.
they doctoring the shit.
Yeah.
This is big business. The music business, they'll doctor paperwork, bro. They used to lie and say CDs were broken and lost so they didn't have to pay you on sales.
Thank God for streaming right now.
This is what
Everyone's saying.
I was about to get to that.
Everyone's saying
Streaming.
Yeah.
What has the difference made? Because, and I'm asking this because everybody's complaining about streaming when they really know. And I'm gonna tell you something, I can't name the person's name. Hynaken was in the car with me. He expressed to me that one big streaming song can save, one single, not an album, can save a whole label.
Yeah.
Okay, now, okay. One big streaming song can't even change an artist's life, right? So artists, think of this, monetarily.
Label and artist.
Think of this,
Monetarily, okay.
The same song that they're making, that they're keeping the doors open with, you're barely living off of. Have y'all figured that out? Y'all not getting the money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But this is how much money it is that this man can say, thank God for streaming.
Do you think then?
All right. Yeah, it's a lot of.
That's gonna go over niggas' heads though. But
the eventuality, does somebody come in to find a way to get artists that bigger share? Because
I mean,
I got a phone call. You know, there's a certain way that YouTube pays out, but if you sign to certain companies, they'll go and search that money for you and give you more of that cut. Do you think the future for artists that's coming down the pipeline, or is the music industry so structured that they'll be able to? Because this is a music company that's actually doing this for YouTube now.
I mean, it's
going to get the money.
It's going to change.
They have money, but go ahead.
It's going to change. When it's going to change, who knows? But since streaming been out, it's been changed already 2 and 3 times because everybody's fighting like.
It's an infancy stage.
That's not enough money. Yeah, it's
like podcasting.
Exactly.
What we're doing, it's in the infancy stage.
Exactly.
And podcasting, where music was in 1983.
Yeah.
They're not making money yet.
Yeah.
We're Melly Melling them. We're the only couple niggas making money. We Melly Mel and what Big Daddy Kane, Curtis Blow. We're Melly Mel, Curtis Blow, and all them we're lucky enough to be making money. 7, 10 years from now, that's when I feel like the big boom is gonna be, because we're gonna learn how to get sponsors and advertising for ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't know that yet. Ghost knows a little bit about it, and look how Ghost got it for his show, Pooh in Space, because Pooh rocks with Stern.
Yeah.
And so since he knows the Stern people, he knows how to do it, and he has what? Relationships. So he can do it. We don't have that yet. 7 to 10 years from now, we'll be having direct ways to get what we need from the show and get it funded. But right now, it's just us.
It's still, like
that's what streaming is.
It's different stages right now. Like, trust me, the next 10 years from now, this shit gonna be way different.
They were supposed to give the percentage back already. Yeah. Remember, we had said that.
It's gonna be way different.
They were supposed to reverse it.
It's gonna be way different.
Okay. No, that streaming money real good.
Yeah, because a lot of my catalog that wasn't on streaming platforms are on streaming platforms now. So the difference between my royalty statement then and now is 2 different royalty statements.
But you're not gonna tell them why? Because the biggest thing about streaming is, see, after a record was over, you only could make money off of it if it's spun on the radio.
Yeah.
Now, if you had an album, if you
streamed all over the fucking country.
If you had an album cut, say you get an album cut, you get nothing for that.
Yeah.
Unless the record sells. Now that album cut is being streamed now.
Yeah.
Every record that you got.
Being streamed.
Every record now is being streamed.
Kids is discovering their kids got 2 and 3 phones in their pockets. Kids in Africa got 3 phones, and it's crazy, man.
That's the difference. Now that.
Surge's album cuts now too.
Yeah.
Surgeon album cuts.
TikTok
Mariah Carey just caught a lick off of TikTok.
Nigga, Mariah Carey makes her Christmas song makes about $20 million a year. You know?
But
I'm saying, like, an album cut of hers is extremely crazy.
It's crazy,
Just because it can, because people can get to it.
Before we push, man, listen. I have one more announcement. Me and my boy Nigel just did a situation over at Warner with Gene and G with this rapper named HD Picasso.
HD Picasso, you told me about him.
He's from Asbury.
Gene told me about him.
He's from Asbury, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Scott, another partner of ours that's in the loop. But yo, man, this kid is special.
We'll get him for the 8-bar clips for us then.
We gotta get him for the 8-bar clip. This kid is special.
Shouts out to Honey Baby.
Oh yeah.
She just flipped the 8 bars.
Honey Baby just flipped the 8 bars.
She's a star though. I'm gonna keep it real. I told him that from the first day that I met her. Because
was I not there?
I hosted the event in Jersey.
I saw.
And then he bought her just to come.
This nigga, I tell this nigga, he's like this nigga, he knows. And nigga like, yo, she's a star. He knows, this nigga, he knows it. You know what I'm saying? He knows it when he
that was before anything. As soon as the next day, I said, yo, K, you got a winner.
Yep.
She's a star.
XYZ, you know, ran like, do this, do that,
do that.
Yo, like, subscribe. Super thanks. Shout out to K-Mack.
Yo, man.
You know what I mean?
Definitely appreciate this. I love it, man. Even just the fact that just always spinning the block with my boy Esso, man. We been through it for a long time, and just to be here on his platform with his partner Hynaken, man. I just appreciate y'all just having me here, man. It's all love, man. Brick City, Jersey, we ain't here.
Bang.